In my opinion, the evidence that there was once an advanced civilization on this land, on the very land we stand on, is not the ruins. It's the excuses from the media. Yeah, because supposedly a telephone company in Chicago accidentally built 20 miles of cemented tunnels underneath Madison Avenue, starting in the basement of a saloon. Unknown to most Chicagoans and visitors to the city, a 50-mile electric freight railroad buzzes along under their feet daily, making basement to basement deliveries in the business district. So no noise or vibrations or dirt being extracted. The fact that Chicago possesses this unique underground service is due in part to the city's fathers' early failure to limit the size of subterranean telephone conduits, thus leaving a legal loophole big enough to run a train through. Aren't conduits like 4 to 7 inches or so? Not feet, right? City Council authorized a now defunct telephone company to bury its cables, but did not specify how. The first excavation was begun in 1899 in the rear basement of a Madison Street saloon. 4 years later, Chicagoans awoke to find their city undermined by 20 miles of tunnels. That saloon line is just the powers to be effing with people, right? Council investigated, but far from objecting, amended the company's charter to permit it to deliver merchandise and packages. The property then passed through a succession of hands, and $30 million was spent to complete the railroad by 1909. Let's see, 30 million in 1909 would be roughly $1 billion. Yeah, nobody would protest about that because of the taxes, would they? The privately operated system now consists of 50 miles of concrete tunnels, 6 feet wide and 7.5 feet high, 40 feet or more below the streets of Chicago's busy loop. Pygmy electric locomotives thread their way through the tunnels on 2-foot wide tracks, hauling strings of undersized freight cars. Those workers were just built different back then, right? I mean, clay soil right under skyscraper. Look at him. He must live under there. Now listen to this part carefully. The single track service is routed safely past 734 underground intersections, largely by telephone instructions to the engineers from a dispatcher's office. Routed safely past 734 intersections. That's a lot. And it also sounds like they were either avoiding or integrating underground infrastructure that was already there. Love y'all and have a good day.